You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. By going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com, you can make this possible.
No charcoal grills are allowed.
I'm white. I got you, huh?
Illegally selling water without a permit
On my property.
Whoa! Hey! I'm uncomfortable.
We have been interrupted a bit by the satellite feed, so we're going to move from those who are praying for us to some people we should probably be praying for. Crazy ass white people. A video was posted showing the general manager of a Burger King confronting two old white women after they berated him for speaking Spanish inside the restaurant, since I guess these old white women didn't realize that there is no national official language in America. Well, let's watch it. Here's what happened.
Go back to Mexico if you want to keep speaking Spanish. Go back to your Mexican your state, your country.
Guess what, man? I'm not Mexican. I'm not Mexican, but you're being very prejudiced, and I want you out of my restaurant right now.
I'll finish my meal and then I'll.
You know what? I'll do it for you, man. I'll call the cops and have you trespassing me. It'll be easier for me. It'll be easier for you to have people like you, so ignorant and disrespectful.
We are ignorant.
You're very ignorant and disrespectful. Have a great day and get out of my restaurant.
Don't worry,
Go.
This isn't your restaurant.
Yes, it is, ma'am.
It is not.
And it is, actually, as a matter of fact, it is. I hate to say
Wow.
it, but it is.
Wow.
And you know what? The owner of this franchise is Mexican. His name is
But
Guillermo Morales.
they always speak English.
No,
when
they
come
don't.
in.
He does not. You're very inconsiderate and you're very rude. So, get your business somewhere else. Get your
Don't
business
worry.
somewhere.
You don't know how to act by round the people.
Excuse me, you're telling me not to speak my native language? You're being really prejudiced, ma'am. You're being really prejudiced.
I didn't tell you. I said you should speak it
You know what?
around here.
I have nothing to say to you, ma'am. Just have a nice day, and they'll come back.
Don't worry, we won't.
I'm glad you won't.
Crazy ass white people. brother, why? Well, it seems like it's always Florida, but what do you make of that? Speak American English.
Right.
Which is not British English, to be sure, but I'm not sure they can make the distinction in
American
Florida.
English is, but
Well, American English is the stuff that says instead of the telly and the loo and the lift,
Right.
says the bathroom and the elevator, bro.
I mean, the manager was actually on point. This is ignorance. It's stupidity. It's bigotry. It's we've seen this before. Du Bois asked the question at the turn of the century, how does it feel to be the problem?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And clearly that problem has expanded to not just include black people, but it's people of color, it's people who speak a foreign language, it's people who wear a turban, it's people who call God by Allah, right? So they're all problems. And unfortunately, it's another day in America.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, when we look at this, I'm thinking about it in the context of the things that have been going on in the last 48 hours. We saw Mike Pompeo saying that the United States is now looking into getting into a conversation about what constitutes a human right.
Human right, right.
Today, just before we went on the air, Trump was in the called a press conference and trotted out Bill Barr to talk about ways to get around adding the citizenship question to the census. I mean, all these conversations that these two women clearly are caught up in some ways, in terms of the cultural gesture, speak to this ability they think they have to define who's an American.
It always speaks to the privilege they've had.
You said.
Absolutely.
I don't have it anymore.
Well, we know that the country is turning, right?
Right.
Right. And they are fearful of that.
So
right?
they're not crazy, they're scared.
And so they're absolutely
Scared white
you
people.
People are scared. They're scared and they're crazy.
Scared and crazy.
But things that we are afraid of drive us.
But what's the fear?
The fear is
What are we going to do to them?
The fear is we're not going to do anything with it.
Right. Where's the history that we ever did?
We want our own citizenship. We want our own rights. We want what's the Constitution say? Liberty, peace, happiness, justice, pursuit of happiness.
No, maybe I shouldn't
right?
say we could.
So-
I'm thinking, what about our Spanish-speaking kin here in this country? Because I'm thinking now about the Contra Chomps a few years ago
Right.
when they wanted folks to sing the so-called national anthem in English and not Spanish. They were singing it in Spanish,
Right.
and it bothered them. First of
Right.
all, why are you singing about Fort McHenry in Spanish in the first place? But let's set that aside. You're demonstrating patriotism. Is there something about immigrants from the Spanish-speaking community? Well, I shouldn't say immigrants because some of these folks, the border crossed them. They didn't cross the border. They've been here 500 years.
Exactly.
But what is it about Spanish-speaking countries that has triggered this kind of? Because we're seeing this over and over again, brother.
But the thing is, Dr. Carr, it's not just Spanish-speaking countries. It's people are scared of the other. Anybody or anything that they are not familiar with, that they feel is intruding on their space, and that's the problem here. In their psyche, it's a psychosis. They feel as though Spanish speakers, Arabs, Muslims, black people, etc., are impeding on their country. Hence, make America great again.
Right.
Right? So it's this narrative. Trump is the catalyst for all of this to take place.
He's
We
peeled
see-
it back. It was there, but he's given them
always been there. Let's be
My
very
goodness,
clear. But
my
he's
goodness,
fueling this.
my brother.
And we see this playing out with older white women. And the manager wasn't, he was even a Mexican. He was Puerto Rican.
Yes.
He is a United States citizen. So again, it's the ignorance and it's the fear that's driving them to be crazy.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment. MarijuanaStock.org is another great investment opportunity. If you were lucky enough to invest in their last crowdfunding campaign, you, of course, now know that those folks are invested in a publicly traded company. They raised a ton of money in a few months investing in legal marijuana farms. Now, of course, they have a new investment opportunity, which is as good or if not even better. I'm talking about industrial hemp CBD. For those who don't know, the hemp plant is the cousin to marijuana, with a much higher concentration of CBD, which means hemp CBD gives you all the medical benefits of marijuana without getting you high. Now, until recently, hemp farming was practically illegal in the U.S. and heavily regulated by the DEA. However, the 2018 Farm Bill changed all of that, making it legal to grow hemp CBD in the U.S. and creating one of the largest commodities worldwide. They need land to grow all the plants, which makes for an incredible investment opportunity. And that's where our good friends at 420 Real Estate come in. Their business model is real simple. They buy land that supports hemp CBD grow operations and lease it to high-paying tenants. That's right, they are hemp CBD landlords. And you can get in on the action. You can invest in the crowdfunding campaign for as little as $200 up to $10,000. Like I said, you may not want to miss out this opportunity. Go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org to get in the game and to do it now. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.